Hi friends, this is Miss Bonnie. Today I have a special group time for you guys. I'm going to read two of my favorite books. First of all, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling bored? Are you feeling scared or excited? I'm feeling very excited because I get to read to you two of my favorite books. These books talk about people who are scared. Have you been scared? What's something that scares you? Maybe bugs? I don't like bugs. Sometimes they scare me. Maybe loud noises, or maybe, I don't know. What is something that scares you? Maybe you guys remember this book. This book is called Jonathan James and the Whatif Monster. And it's written by Nelson-Schmidt. Do you guys remember this book? This guy right here is the Whatif Monster. Shall we start it? What's our first page? Some Whatif monsters like to hang out and fill up our heads with worry and doubt. They are sneaky and quiet and quick as a blink. The words that they whisper can change how we think. Jonathan James heard those words full of dread, and all those what-ifs got stuck in his head. Look, what is Jonathan trying to do there? He's trying to climb a tree. But the what-if monster, what if you tumble? What if there's wind? What if you slip and your knee gets all skinned? Then he's trying to get in the pool. Jump over here. But the what-if monster is saying, what if they giggle? What if it's chilly? What if you jump and look really silly? Oh no. Now he's trying to play baseball. What if it's hard? What if you're bad? What if they laugh and make you feel sad? Look at his face. How does he look? How do you think he's feeling? What if it's ugly? What if it stinks? What if that's what everyone thinks? No, he wanted to draw something, but what if it was ugly? Ooh, now he's trying a new food. What if it's yucky? What if it's icky? What if mom yells because you're too picky? Now he's going to bed. What if it's dark? What if it's scary? What if there's something giant and hairy? Oh no. They're scared under the covers. Now look, what does he do? What is he doing here? Looks like he's getting ready to run a race. But the what-if monster says, what if you lose? What if you're last? What if you're slow and never get fast? What if she laughs? What if she runs? What if she thinks you're not any fun? Now wait just a minute. I have something to say. After hearing what ifs all through the day, I hear all your worries. I hear all your claims. But what if you're wrong? Asked Jonathan James. What if I climb to the top of that tree and I never slip or skin my knee? What if I jump right into that pool and everyone thinks I look really cool? What if baseball is nothing but fun and I end up hitting a triple home run? What if my drawing goes up on the wall and everyone thinks it's the best one of all? And what if I taste some of that food and it puts my mouth in a really good mood? And what if I run in a really big race and have a great time no matter what place? And what if I sleep and have the best dream that monsters are sweeter than they all seem? And what if the chance I take in the end is just how I find my very best friend? Yeah, now even the What If monster is having some fun. Sometimes it's good to take a little chances, even if it's a little bit scary, right? You can miss out on a lot of fun if you don't do it. For my second book, I have this one. Do you guys remember this one? This is also one about somebody that's scared. This one is called Bean 13, written by McElligott. Are you ready? Bean 13. Do you guys see what these guys are? They're like little bugs, little beetles. It was a warm summer night. Ralph and Flora were picking beans for dinner. How many do we have? Asked Flora. Looks like 12, said Ralph. I'll pick one more, said Flora. Don't do it, shouted Ralph. Why on earth not? Asked Flora. 13 is an unlucky number, said Ralph. Everyone knows that. Oh, you're being silly, said Flora. I am not, said Ralph. You are too, said Flora. I am not, said Ralph. Are too, said Flora. Am not, said Ralph. At home, Ralph and Flora spread the beans out, and on the table they made 2 piles, one for each of them. Each pile had 6 beans. Oh, look, said Flora. There's one left over. You take it. Bean 13, gasped Ralph. Never. It's bad luck. Ralph, said Flora, please don't make a fuss. I'm not eating it, said Ralph, and you can't make me. I have an idea, said Flora. I'm not eating it, said Ralph. Flora called their friend April. April, would you like to come over for dinner? We're having beans. I don't understand, said Ralph. We're only going to feed April 1 bean? Of course not, said Flora. We'll make 3 piles. Ralph and Flora separated the beans into 3 piles. Each pile had 4 beans. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh! There was 1 bean left over. Bean 13, said Ralph. I told you. That's odd, said Flora. Let's invite Joe, too. And make 4 piles, added Ralph, so it's fair. But when they made 4 piles, there was still 1 bean left over. I don't understand, said Flora. I do, said Ralph. Bean 13 is trouble. It's just a bean, said Flora. I'll call Meg. We'll make 5 piles. Do you see they have 4 piles and there's still 1 left over? This better work, said Ralph as they separated the beans into 5 piles. Each pile had 2 beans. This time, there were 3 beans left over. It's getting worse, gasped Ralph. Don't panic, said Flora. I'm calling Rocco. He'll eat anything. But something still wasn't right. Why does Rocco get 3 beans? Complained Ralph. That's more than anyone else. Well, we could give him 2, said Flora. But what happens if they give him 2? There's 1 left over. But what? Gasped Ralph. Said Ralph. Never mind, said Flora. Tell me, said Ralph. But what? It's just that we'll still have an extra bean, said Flora. I'm really not sure why. Lousy Bean 13, cried Ralph. I can't stand it. Ding dong went the doorbell. Our guests are here, shouted Ralph. What are we going to do? He jumped to his feet, he bumped the table, and the beans went everywhere. Oh, Ralph, sighed Flora. What a mess. Sorry, said Ralph. Here, said Flora, take this bowl and gather up the beans. I'll get the door. Hello, everyone, said Flora. I'm so happy you could come. There are fresh beans in a bowl on the table, said Flora. Please help yourself. The bugs sat down to eat. Does everyone have enough? It's perfect. You bet. Just right. Absolutely. Me too. How strange. Does everybody have the same amount? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2. Dinner was great fun, but at last it was time for the bugs to go home. You have to admit it, said Flora. That worked out perfectly. It did, said Ralph. But I'm confused. What happened to Bean 13? Flora shrugged. Someone ate it. But who? Asked Ralph. We'll never know, said Flora. Maybe April. Maybe Rocco. Maybe me. Maybe even you. Oh no, who ate the bean? Ooh, that's one of my favorite. So, those were my 2 books for today. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And remember, sometimes things can be a little bit scary, but if you overcome it and are brave, you can have lots of fun. Or eat some yummy beans without having to worry. See you next time.